Would any one of you like to have a garden of palm trees, and vines, with rivers flowing beneath it, with all kinds of fruit for him therein, and old age had sticken him and he has weak offspring, to support, and a whirlwind with fire strikes it and it is, all, consumed by fire? Thus Allah makes plain the verses to you, so that you may perhaps reflect. Surah Al-Baqarah Ayat 266. The Quran used the following words to describe fire tornado in this ayat 1400 years ago. Isarun means strong wind, whirlwind. Narun means fire. Isarun fihi narun means whirlwind with fire. The world's first confirmed case of a fire tornado has been documented by Canberra researchers, using evidence collected from the devastating 2003 Canberra bushfires.
Ten years ago, our nation's capital was ravaged by one of the country's worst fires. 4 lives were lost and over 500 homes. But the extent of the devastation caused by the Canberra fires baffled scientists and emergency services.
It was a pretty big shock because, I mean, there's nothing really in the literature which suggests the fire should spread that fast or could spread that fast.
In the aftermath, it was clear that the worst damage was due to something much more savage than an ordinary firestorm.
There was a police car that was picked off the ground and dumped into a stormwater drain. There was a series of streets in the southern edge of Chapman which had suffered severe wind damage as well as fire damage, and that was difficult to explain.
What hit Canberra had never before been documented in science.
Holy shit.
A fire tornado.
Creates the sea breeze and the onshore winds. So the winds now, I'm looking at the computer, are out of the west at 8 miles per hour there in Carlsbad, so they've gone down. Now, look at what you're looking at right now. That's a fire whirl or a fire tornado. And that's what happens when these winds are dramatically changing. They start converging, and these fire patterns create their own weather out there, these thermals. Now, you see is rushing into that little fire tornado right there, and then the heat and the warmth is carrying it straight up. Those are very dangerous. You can have wind speeds in there over 150 miles per hour.
And they're all up against the hill, and that is where this fire is raging right now. Look at the, yeah, I know, look at that fire tornado.